What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be installing some gauges in the IS300. I went with some Pro Sport Evo gauges. I got an AFR gauge here, and I got a boost gauge as well. Starting with the basics until we get a little freaky with the motor. Right now, just need the basic stuff to monitor. But yeah, let's get started. I don't have any LED lights. Oh, actually, I can use the gauges.
And too bad
I can use the gauges, actually.
Too bad Paul didn't bring the Audi brake and neon lights.
Okay, so here's the Pro Sport Evo boost gauge. It looks just like this. It comes in 4 colors, or you can switch it to 4 colors: white, green, blue, and red. I'm gonna open it up here. So in the front of the box, you got the gauge displayed. Take the little plastic cover out. This just comes right out. Take the gauge out as well. This is the gauge face. These are your modes and settings. You can scroll through, you can set warning lights and stuff like that as well. And then here's the wiring, also the map sensor. I believe this is uses an external sensor that's under the hood, and then it reroutes the signal through wiring into the engine, or into the cabin to the gauge. Just all your gauge basics. Your signal wires, your little T's, filters, sensor, and all that kind of stuff in here. It also comes with a little gauge shroud as well, in case you don't have a mounting point or a pod as well. But yeah, that's pretty it. That's it. It's pretty basic. Let's install it. It's a weird looking sensor. What the fuck? It's like a bottle cap with a nipple.
Your real car?
Is it real? Oh yeah. Yep.
Dude, you want some McDonald's, bruh? You want the gangbang?
Take 10. Take 11. Action. I don't like this one.
So one cool thing I just discovered with these gauges is you can daisy chain them, so you only have to wire up one sort of power and the ground harness, or power ground source. So since I'm running 2, I can run this wire to this one over here, and then it'd be fine. Now I just need to figure out which powers or which wires are power here. Luckily on the Lexus, since I had the navigation, it comes with a stock factory ground here for the nav screen. So that's gonna be easy. That's already routed. I just need to figure out which one here is gonna be a 12-volt power source.
There's like not much shit in the way. So.
Okay, so now we're just gonna have to try to figure out how to run the sensor wire into the engine bay from up top on top of the dash. Hopefully this isn't too hard. This is most of the time the most difficult part on doing gauges. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but right down in there, somebody's already made a signal wire hole. Right in there, you can see on the left corner of the little rubber grommet. So I guess we're just gonna use that. Should be nice and easy.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so we'll run the wire. Just up here. Sweet. Just feed it through. Nice and easy.
Look at that.
Damn, talk about a cameraman. Shit.
It's like
it's filming a porno.
It's like how you're doing porno.
Oh yeah.
Watch her walk out in the middle while doing that.
Oh god. What the fuck are they doing?
Jim, what would you do that if they finally see the video and they're watching the living room and you just hear out of nowhere, I fucking knew it!
I know, I fucking knew it. What the fuck? I think I'll tee it off with the blow-off outline right here. It's less invasive. I do have 2 ports here. I could probably make one specific line for this, but I just worry that both of those don't go the same way. I'm pretty sure they don't. So we got the vacuum line here. Luckily, Pro Sport, they provide you with the vacuum line, which is nice. I haven't seen any other gauge companies do that.
Okay, we can do this one farther back here, so that way I can tuck it and at least kind of hide it a little bit. Okay. Sides.
Yeah, that light is terrible, bro.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
Phone light does better, though.
Yep. Definitely does. This vacuum line is a little big, but it should be okay. That way. Now, when it's tucked, you won't even see it. So,
Alright, so we got the sensor here. Still got a good amount of length on the wire. Probably pull that through and tuck it over the dash. And then just pop the line over the sensor. Slips right over. There we go. Sensor line is attached. Now we just need to figure out where we're going to mount the sensor and then how much length we need. So I don't want the sensor to be visible, but I want it to be accessible in case I ever need to maintenance it. I'm thinking about just right back here somewhere. Just kind of hidden away, maybe zip tie it to something. I don't think there's any bolts that are that circumference in here. They're all going to be too big for it probably, and I don't want to self-tap anything into the frame. Vacuum line.
should tuck easily.
There we go. That's the routing. Sensor's over here, zip tied. So that should be good. Good to go. Okay, now just need to figure out which one of these wires is power, and it should be good. That should be it. I don't have a multimeter, so I'm just gonna prod around with the gauge itself until it lights up, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, so after a few technical difficulties, finding all the wires and the positive, the negative, and all that stuff, we had an issue where we didn't know it needed a switch. It had to have a switch and a constant power source. So we had to figure out which one of the leads from here came with constant power and switched power. Luckily we found it out, so now the gauge is working. I'm gonna show you guys also another little trick that's cool. If you have these little pins plugs like these, you can use solid copper wire, and it slides right in and it holds pretty well. See, just like that, it doesn't come out if you tug on it, and there's no wire exposed either. All right, so here's the gauge. Go ahead and start, turn over switch. That's it. Color modes: red, green, blue, and white. And that's it. The gauge is in. Next, we just need to reassemble the dash and then put the pod in. It's not fully painted yet. I can't paint it today, but I do want to install it. I'm just going to loosely install it for now and see how it looks. And I'll probably drive around with it until it's a nice day where I can actually paint it. But for now, it's going to have to do. And we might get to the AFR gauge. I'm not sure yet. We just need to see if we can daisy chain it. If we can't, then I'll have to figure out another power source with the wiring and redo the ground as well. But other than that, everything should be good. So there we go. Looks pretty badass. I might keep it on red just to match the car, but the white does look pretty tempting. So we'll see which looks better. The only thing I don't like about the white though is it has the green backdrop from the circuit board. So that's gonna take some getting used to. Yeah, okay, well I guess we're stopping here today. Let me go ahead and get the gauge pod, the dash back together, and we'll give you a final look of what it's gonna look like. So we'll see you in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the basic rundown of what it's gonna look like with the gauges in the car and then the pod on. The pod is gonna be color matched I'm gonna get to that. Right now, as you can see, it's primered. I just need to sand it down, get it smooth. But obviously I don't have anything to hold the gauges for now, so I'm just gonna keep them in there for now, and I'll worry about painting it later. Let me go ahead and turn on the car, see what it looks like. Only one gauge is gonna work for now. Let's see if it resets to 0. It's at -1. So in the manual, they show you how to compensate for atmospheric pressure. So I'll probably have to run through and reset it. But it's only off by 1 psi, so it's not too bad. But yeah, overall I'm happy with the way it looks. It's gonna be nice once I get the AFR and then the oil pressure later on. I think it's gonna look really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. We'll probably try to catch the AFR install in the next video whenever I get the bung welded onto the downpipe. But otherwise, like and subscribe if you like the content, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.